KHOU 11 News This Morning starts now.
Good morning, I'm Lisa Hernandez.
And I'm Russ Lewis. It is Tuesday, it's March 27th, 6:30 is our time. You're going to notice just how muggy it is out there this morning when you step outside.
Yep.
And that means change's on the way, Cheetah.
Oh, yeah. Humidity is thick out there. First and foremost, it's in the form of cloud cover this morning. So cloudy skies throughout the day. Mid-70s this morning, even at that. 84 this afternoon. So warm and humid overnight. The chance for showers will begin to develop, all in anticipation and ahead of our cold front. So even though we are dry right now on our radar, I'm expecting even dry conditions this afternoon. Let me show you where I'm tracking that heavy rain. Again, it's North Texas, so this is going to take a little bit of time. Coming up, I'm going to walk you hour by hour in our future track, show you when some of that rain starts to move in. Good morning, Darby.
Good morning, Cheetah. Hey, better news coming. The last wrecker is hooking up to the last vehicle on the Kirkendall ramp to get on I-45's HOV lane. That Kirkendall ramp to the HOV lane still blocked off, but the last wrecker is hooking up at this point. Have an accident working here on 610, the north loop as you head eastbound, coming off 290, trying to get onto I-45 ramp there. Going northbound, the left lane of that ramp is blocked off, traffic backing up almost to Shepherd. Takes about 10 minutes to get through the backup. Now let's go to our chopper.
Now a live look from KHOU 11 News Eye in the Sky.
All right, our choppers made it up into the Kingwood area. We're looking at Interstate 69, the East Texas Freeway, southbound. Right before you get to Soldiers McClellan, Loop 494, you have an accident here taking up 2 left lanes. And this is also right where you make that little switch over into the northbound lanes. So right there as you made the switch, we have a 4-vehicle accident. Traffic is backing up to before Kingwood. It's going to take about 10 minutes or so to make your way through the backup. Frontage road is even slow as well, guys. So it's a slow trek coming out of Kingwood this morning.
All right, Darby, thank you. Let's get to some breaking news right now. 3 armed men ambush a woman in her driveway and start attacking her. One of them hits her in the face. She manages to free herself from these guys. She runs in her house, grabs a gun, and fights them off.
Yeah, this happened just a couple of hours ago in southwest Houston. That's where our Janelle Fort is this morning, in that neighborhood for us. So, Janelle, do we know, did these guys get away with anything?
Yeah, guys, those men were able to get away with only that woman's wallet. The shots she fired were enough to scare those guys off. Now, it all started around 3 this morning as that 50-year-old woman who lives in this home was coming home. She pulls into her driveway, and as she does, a car pulls in behind her. Police say 3 men in masks with guns hop out and begin attacking her. She screams for help, and her 70-year-old mom, who's inside, hears the commotion and calls the cops. Now, somehow that woman is able to get free of those guys and manages to get into her house. Those men break in, come after her, they break the window, and they're trying to get inside, and that's when she's somehow able to grab a gun. She comes out shooting. Those shots were enough for those men to hop in their car and get away. Now, that woman was hurt. She was taken to the hospital with a jaw injury. Now, police say they don't believe this is random, but they're still trying to figure out what caused those men to target her. And now, as for those shots that woman fired, at this time, police say they don't believe that they hit any of the suspects, but they are monitoring local hospitals to see if anyone comes in. Back to you guys.
All right, Janelle Fort live for us. Thank you so much. Testing is underway for nearly 10,000 patients who may have been exposed to HIV and hepatitis at 2 county-affiliated health clinics. The Galveston County Health Department says this affects the Texas City and Galveston locations of the Coastal Health and Wellness Center. An audit shows staff did not sterilize dental equipment used during procedures. Yesterday, the clinic admitted they stopped taking patients last month but did not tell them why. Patients who may have been infected are outraged.
Millions of dollars that people have paid, and then they what? They might have gotten something. Let's go, let's go kill them. That they have to live with the rest of their life. That's not fair.
Patients who may have been exposed were in those offices either from March 2015 through February 2017, 2-year window. If you think you may be at risk, we have more information and a number to a hotline on our website, khou.com.
It is 6:34, time for your morning rush. And this morning, Houston native and Philadelphia Eagle defensive end Michael Bennett is out of jail on bond. He's accused of injuring an elderly paraplegic woman working security at last year's Super Bowl here in Houston. Bennett's attorney, Rusty Harden, says Bennett never touched anybody. Police don't expect to charge a driver who killed a 3-year-old boy. Investigators say that boy was playing in the parking lot when a van hit him at the Streamside Place Apartments. This is on Gulf Bank near Antoine. The driver of the van is a repairman who had been working at that complex. The co-owner of Schlitterbahn is behind bars this morning. Police arrested Jeff Henry in connection with the death of a 10-year-old boy at the Kansas City water park. Caleb Schwab died 2 years ago while riding what was promoted as the world's tallest water slide. The woman who helped end segregation in American schools has died. Linda Brown was just 9 years old when her father tried to enroll her in an all-white school in Topeka, Kansas. Brown versus Board of Education was a landmark case at the Supreme Court back in 1954. Linda Brown was 76. Overnight, a heavily guarded motorcade arrived at a train station in Beijing. You see it here driving by. Many believe that North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un was inside that motorcade, making this his first trip to China as president. Some experts say, though, that Kim may have just sent his sister to that country instead, ahead of his planned meeting with President Trump. And that's your Morning Rush. Lisa?
Russ, thank you. Taking a live look right now from Washington, D.C., where the conversation still focused on President Trump's alleged affair with adult film star Stormy Daniels. The White House is disputing claims she made in her 60 Minutes interview that she was threatened to keep quiet. So far, the president hasn't commented on it. Reporter Hannah Doba has more.
An attorney representing President Trump's personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, says there was no legal issue with a $130,000 payment Cohen made to porn star Stormy Daniels.
Mr. Cohen paid the $130,000, but the reason is to protect business, protect reputation, and to protect family. And you cannot speculate that it was to elect somebody president of the United States.
Cohen maintains the money he paid to Daniels just before the presidential election was never paid back by the Trump campaign or by Mr. Trump and does not constitute a violation of campaign finance laws.
It was not a campaign expense. This was a settlement.
Daniels sat down for a widely watched interview on 60 Minutes that aired Sunday. She claims she had consensual sex with Mr. Trump in 2006.
He knows I'm telling the truth.
She and her lawyer described how the settlement was arranged and the non-disclosure agreement that came with it to stay quiet about the alleged relationship. The president did not mention Daniels on Twitter, but tweeted this yesterday. So much fake news, never been more voluminous or inaccurate. Hannah Doba, CBS News.
7, and we are talking high humidity. So today, the one thing you need to know, we are mostly dry. Temperatures build to the mid-80s. Tracking a strong cold front for tomorrow. Details on that coming up next, Darby.
All right, thanks, Gina. The one thing you need to know in traffic is coming out of Kingwood, not only is it going to be a mess because of the traffic switch, we also have an accident working on the East Texas Freeway, 69 southbound, right before Loop 494, Soldiers McClellan. 2 left lanes are blocked off. It's only a right lane getting through. You're backed up to before North Park now. Travel times closing in on an hour to make your way from the Grand Parkway to downtown, and I'm pretty sure most of it's spent trying to get through the Kingwood area.